Best condition, most professional, unselfish, toughest, nastiest, disliked team in the NBA. We didn't care about it. That was our identity, and that's who we were.
What up, Knicks Nation? And welcome back to the Sheer Brilliance Podcast. If you don't know me already, I'm your host. My name is Sheer, and you gotta know this. We're first to many and second to no one when it comes to the news, the team moves, and the interesting views about our New York Knicks. Those are bars. Drop the bomb, Flex. For those of you who are returning for another video, my SB community, man, I appreciate y'all, man. And welcome back, baby. Let's talk about our Knicks. Oh, and if you're here for the first time, let's get it. Thank you for joining me and checking this video out. Do me a favor, like and subscribe it up. And let's get this thing done. But also, I also know who's in the comment section. If you're the ops, I see you. I see you in the comment section with those comments, commenting. I just want to know.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
And you still rocking with the best, baby. Welcome to my channel. Before we start, just a reminder, help build this movement by pausing real quick, subscribe and like this video. Also, you can leave a comment below. This content is for you. And anyone else who's a fan of simply basketball, friend or foe, we want the smoke. And the smoke is exactly what we're covering today, courtesy of major media outlets and the haters. Okay? Those who continue to repeat certain myths and take shots and spew false narratives about our New York Knicks. So myths and false narratives, paranoid Knicks fan again, delusional. Well, damn it, that's one of the myths too. We ain't crazy, all right? We see what y'all do, and I'm here to address it, okay? How about I march out this lineup of the usual suspects that we have, okay? Be on the lookout for these usual suspects. Richard Jefferson, Rachel Nichols, Max Kellerman, Dan Lebertard, and Stephen A. Smith. Approach with caution. They're sarcastic and they're petty. With these major sports media personalities, they have their major platforms. They know that the numbers increase when you critique the New York Knicks organization. Hell, we even catching strays from Dan motherflippin' Rather, okay? Dan Rather. But that ain't it. They've even found creative ways to throw subliminals at us, Knicks fans, while we are trying to just spend wholesome, quality time with the ones we love. Run the clip.
Check this out. I have been messing with this team for decades.
And the Knicks lose another one.
So you can't even wonder why Knicks fans are so critical of the media and passionate about their team when they're so close to putting things together that become successful. We want to be associated with a team that makes good moves today, as opposed to the team that made poor moves yesterday. All right? So today's Knicks are not yesterday's Knicks. Shout out Fat Joe. Big bro, even though I'm kind of disappointed in the comments that you made after the Donovan Mitchell fallout, but that's for another time. You know, Fat Joe is a legend. Now, Knicks fans have always understood that there is a such thing as ill feelings and bias against the New York Knicks and the city of New York in general. But one thing that is undeniable is that over the past 4 to 5 years, the Knicks have made moves, and the Knicks have taken steps towards being one of the healthier organizations in the league. No credit for that. Whether it's draft picks, whether it's young promising players having fiscal responsibility, or even still having an arena that continues to be a draw and rank towards the top of the list in terms of their valuation. Media still spreads old myths and false narratives that are simply not true anymore. Okay? So in this video, I was inspired to do this video. I would like to discuss the top 10 myths and false narratives spread by the media that Knicks fans absolutely hate. And Knicks fan being, me. Let's be community. Let's do this the right way. All right? I'm going to list 10 myths or false narratives. Okay? But I'm also going to put one or two reasons why they are myths and false narratives. All right? So do me a favor, please add any that I miss. Put it in the comment section below. All right? And let's jump right into this. Myth number 1, Knicks fans are delusional. Okay? Under that, they say these things. All right? Knicks fans overvalue their players. Knicks fans continue to fill the garden and support a terrible team. Knicks fans always believe they have a chance at the number 1 pick. Knicks fans always believe that the next available star is going to want New York. Y'all hear this? Y'all heard them say that about us before, correct? You know they right though. They right as hell. We said all those things. But why are those things negative? The way we see it as this. Knicks fans appreciate the players that they have. We root for the success of the players that are on our squad. No matter the product that's on the floor, the New York fan base is unmatched. We're going to ride for you. Okay? Knicks fans always believe they'll get the number 1 because we never stay knocked down. We're resilient. It's almost like they want to see us mope. They want to see us depressed and hopeless. New Yorkers aren't built that way. Our belief is unlimited.
What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
We're going to always believe that the next star is going to come to us. All right? We hope that one day there's going to be a star player who isn't under the big bro arm of LeBron James or shares his fear of that New York spotlight. I said it. LeBron James put together a Mayweather career. That's why he's never going to overtake MJ. Okay? We hope to find a player who's not afraid of that spotlight in New York. Not afraid that if he struggles at the very beginning, that he looks bad on social media if he comes to New York. All right? That's why we need players for us, by us. Shout out to Fubu. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, I'm talking to you. Non-New York players are a little bit nervous about the spotlight. New York players welcome it. So Donovan, if you wanted home like you insinuated you did, doing your little tour all across New York, you're a free agent in a few years. Will we see you? Myth number 2, you can't rebuild in New York. Long gone are those days, okay? In recent years, the Knicks have assembled one of the best management teams in the league. They've done great in drafting and finding gems and stashing players in Europe and also acquiring draft capital, okay? They also have created a culture that is anchored by a team with all but one player under the age of 30, all right? And all of those young players have good chemistry, good character, and they play for each other and they play for the coach. So it's been truly a solid rebuild, all right? Myth number 3, the New York Knicks currently have poor ownership and management. Do your Googles, folks. Okay, shout out to CP the franchise. Do your Googles. Contrary to the headlines or the analyst, James Dolan does care about his New York basketball team, all right? He's assembled a management team that covers all bases, Leon, Wesley, all right? His greatest example is simply stepping back out of the spotlight for the past 3 to 4 to 5 years and allowing the people he's hired, the basketball minds, to run the operations, all right? He's also never held his wallet when it came to trying to put a winner on the floor. And unfortunately, that's worked against us sometimes, more times than not, all right? So in many of the arenas around the league even, having had name changes, or falling under different ownership, MSG stands strong as a flagship franchise whose valuation recently estimated at nearly $4 billion. So to me, that sounds like good ownership, all right? So throw that out the window. Next myth, number 4, New York can't get stars. Now, this one is tricky, especially with today's athlete. when LeBron James made his decision, okay, he chose to team up with friends, try to fast track the winning, and he took the responsibility out of the hands of the teams to actually build the winner. All right, so that changed the game. Now, players these days, they want guaranteed winning as opposed to being a building block towards it and letting the front office possibly put that together for you. Okay, so that's a difference. Also, superstardom used to mean maximum exposure, leveraging the city to enhance your profile. But now with the advent of social media and social networking, the veil of intrigue and mystery that comes with living in New York, being able to see the experience in the culture, all right, all of that is going out the window. Now, superstardom can simply be found at the end of a player's fingertips. Okay? Players now believe they can get the same exposure without even playing in a fast-paced, high-pressure city. So if I could get all of that and I have to go there, why do it? But what they don't know is they're missing the energy of Madison Square Garden. All right? 2 years ago when we was in the playoffs, everybody got a taste of what that felt like. Even LeBron James commented how live the Garden was. Those type of moments will get today's generation eventually, because today's player, they want something lit for their Instagrams. It's just where we are today. Now, what's more lit than MSG when we're winning? All right? Myth number 5, the New York Knicks always overpay for their overhill superstars. Not anymore, okay? If you don't believe that, the most recent is Donovan Mitchell. You know, he's not over the hill, but the Knicks considered the long-term sustainable winner approach for the team. And that's key. The key is knowing what level of superstar to go all in for, all right? And the Knicks didn't fall for the okie doke, so it's a new day. Gone are the days of Larry Johnson, Joakim Noah, Antonio McDyess, Tracy McGrady, and more, all right? Myth number 6, New York Knicks doesn't develop their players. The Knicks brought in a great mentor to mentor the young players, and they've done a great job in placing them in positions to get reps and to grow together, all right? Now, I know we had arguments about playing time for the players, but any of those players who ain't in the rotation tend to send them down to the G League to get some time, you know? So we've done more this year than many other teams in trying to send them down and utilize the G League. The Knicks also have recently resigned 2 of their young players that we've selected ourselves, okay? We still have our draft picks for one of the deepest upcoming drafts in recent years, 2023. And number 7, they say that the Knicks, nobody wants to come and play for the Knicks because of the fans. Gilbert Arenas said that BS. They said that we boo all of the players that we get, you know, and that goes to show that the fans have been, number 1, scouting, following, listening to social media, listening to media and shows. So we've been doing our research to see who we think would fit the team. Knick fans boo their own team, yes. And we also cheer them and chant MVP and chant their name. We chant the name of the bench player in garbage time to amp them up. Crowd noise against the opponent we make so to distract them and get them off key. How is that negative for a fan base? I would hope that the type of person you want walking with you at night is a Knick fan. All right? Next myth, number 8, New York Knicks are always trying to steal the back pages. Okay. In this day and age, the Knicks and their fans are so tired of seeing the negative that we've been trying to avoid the back page altogether. All right? We don't want to be the spotlight in the social media. And that's been that way for the longest. That's what the Nets do. It's the Nets who are trying to steal the back page and continues to fail to relinquish the grip the Knicks have on the state of New York. We can do that without the back pages. All right? Myth number 9, the New York Knicks don't have good relationships around the league. All right? The Knicks have assembled the NBA management version of the Avengers. All right? We have Leon West, World Wide West, Walt Perry, Scott Perry, Tibbs, Brock Aller. Knicks players enjoy playing with each other, especially with chatting with some of the new guys to make them comfortable with the teammates and the staff. The reputation is solid, okay? Lastly, the New York Knicks brand is not associated with winning. And this is what I love about them bringing in Steve Stout. And he's come in, he's changed the music. We got new courts, jersey colors. There's an excitement that's back with the organization. It's more kind of player friendly. Obviously, you're going to have trade situations like these that kind of mess around. But media continue to try to, throw dirt on our name. So to them, I say this.
I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
We ain't playing with, this is New York.
Keep our names out of your mouth. Put some respect on our name. All right? So really quickly, I know I may have rushed through that, but those are the top 10 myths that the media spread about our New York Knicks that Knicks fans hate. So what say you? Do you agree with them? If there's a few that I forgot, please do me a solid. Put them down below so we can kind of discuss those in the future as well. But those days got to stop. And what I love about it is Knicks fans, we're stopping it by creating our own media and telling our own narrative. All right? So, what say you? Leave comments below. Do me a favor. Go and like. It helps with the algorithm. We want to big up this channel. I just want to thank you all for rocking with me. And, man, I'm excited for the season. I know you guys are as well. I'm scheduled to be at the game in Indiana October 12th. If I'm still here in the state. Right here. You know what I mean. So I'll end by saying this. Folks, if there's no struggle, there's no progress. That applies to your life as well as our team. And listen, we here and we got next. Shit Brothers Podcast. I'm out.